Our Weekend Watch shines a spotlight on government activity, and this morning we're taking a closer look at the subpoena and ongoing investigation into Dalton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. The Illinois Answers Project found that federal investigators are now seeking records from a suburban contractor after the village of Dalton paid them hundreds of thousands of dollars in no-bid, no-contract work in 2022.
Well, we all know that the F.B.I. probe is going on there in Dalton, Illinois, where they're doing a thorough investigation on everything that's been going on in the city. We've been reporting this for months, right? And everybody's been so upset saying, what's taking the feds so long? They need to just go in there and get this woman out of here. Well, I told you guys that the feds, they take a while because they have a 95 conviction rate and they do a thorough investigation. So now we're finding out that the feds has now subpoenaed records from this company where they saying that she spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in this company and that company. We know that Keith Freeman has been indicted. So what I'm telling y'all, behind the scenes, the feds is already there. Lori Lightfoot wanted to do a further investigation because people see things. They can clearly see that there's some illegal activity and there's misallocated funds. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But in the Thornton Township meetings, Tiffany Henyard is still disrespecting the residents. She's still having a very cavalier attitude. She's still having a I don't care about anything and who gonna check me boo attitude. The same way. But this is they had a meeting and the supervisor, the super mayor, and the supervisors of Thornton Township. This is what she said about the people at the meeting. Check this out.
Next week, Township Talk. I always tell y'all, yeah, let me teach you something, let me educate you, they're my famous words. And I say that because a lot of people are misled, they are led astray, they are bamboozled, hoodwinked, and you guys don't even understand what has really transpired here at Thornton Township. When we took over, it was a deficit here at Thornton Township. Now it is a surplus, and there's so much hate in this room as relates to the great things that we do, because you know, the devil do have people working for him and people come out. I see a lot of y'all horns today, but it saddens me because you can never see the good that we do because you got so much hate in your eyes and in your heart. And it hurts me because I am the youth. I am next. People get mad when you got it, and they don't. When Frank Zuccarelli was here for almost 30 years, he was here 29 years, I didn't see one of y'all, hear from one of y'all, because I came to the meeting. It was quiet as ever in here. Nobody showed up. Nobody said anything to that man, including board members didn't say nothing. It was really quiet around here. So when y'all see him put on this little show and gotta say, hey, let me make it look bad over here too, when it's really going great. And it's sad because I really want people to give us a chance, especially myself, give me a chance, because I really have been producing facts versus fiction as it relates to the township.
So as you can see, this is her speaking about them giving her a chance, but she also said something that was key. She spoke about Zuccarelli and how he was running the township for so many years, right? And she was alluding to the corruption. And when she came, she said that the Thornton Township was in a deficit. She gave it a surplus. And she's saying that none of y'all was showing up. None of y'all cared. But what she was trying to say was, what she wanted to say was, as soon as they put a black woman in this position, now we got a problem. Now all y'all coming out speaking. But she said that Mr. Zuccarelli was taking money. Nobody cared. Nobody said anything. I told you guys that this thing has been corrupt from the start. I don't trust Gonzalez. I don't trust a lot of those trustees. And she spoke about this stuff. She was saying that nobody was showing up. Nobody cared. Now, am I taking her side? No, because I believe that she's corrupt. But I also believe that she was brought into a cesspool of corruption where those people that was there thought they can control her. From the Stephanie Weidermans on down, I don't trust none of them. None of them. But she got into a fiery debate and going back and forth with Trustee Gonzalez, where he was the one that gave the final vote, the final okay, say so for her to become the supervisor. They've been at odds with each other ever since, but they got into a fiery argument. Check this out.
Y'all should get clarity before you come to a board meeting and make rash decisions when they do the work for the entire month. We only come to the meeting once a month. once a month, you're making big decisions for somebody's livelihood, and that's not fair to them. So go ahead, stand by.
Well, I have a few more comments based on that.
Okay, well,
Trustee,
let him, hold on, you out of floor, hold on.
no,
Let him-
well, this is the board, so
It
he
is
can
the
wait.
board,
And
it
so
is
he
the
can
board.
wait.
No, he's not gonna wait, come on, trustee, stop. You don't have the floor, trustee, you don't have the floor. I was talking while he was talking, hold on.
Well, he could talk
Okay,
in a minute.
let him
This
clear it up.
pertains to what we're talking about right now. First of all, you didn't answer Trustee Carlisle's
I
question.
did answer her question.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
You
did.
went round and round,
I did
but
not
you
go
didn't
round and
answer.
round.
Second of all, maybe
I
there was
have
better
to-
planning. You're acting
Trustee,
like
you don't have the floor.
You're acting
now
like
you
this
see
is.
why residents act that way. When you ain't got the floor, you don't.
Like
You
this
know
is-
Robert Rules
like
order.
you have to make a decision today.
If I don't give you the
These
floor,
are
you can't
things that should
speak.
have been discussed months ago. Just
Trustee,
because you
trustee,
take your
trustee, you don't have the
and then
floor.
you bring something before us.
Stand around, go
You
ahead.
should do better planning.
Trustee, you had that package since Friday. You had that package since Friday, so stop. Don't grandstand. You had it since Friday. We didn't have a meeting on Tuesday. We waited two more days. Today is Thursday. And you didn't ask one question, trustee.
January.
One question.
We're in June and we're talking about mass cutting.
So anyway,
Poor management. Poor management. And you know what? There's one common denominator between here and Dalton, and it's you.
That's the problem. You want to talk about that? It's not about Dalton.
And it's you.
All right, trustee, you out of line. Go ahead. Stand around.
So when you watch that video, you can see the woman sitting next to Tiffany here. She on her phone, probably talking to her boyfriend and figuring out what she gonna eat for dinner tonight. She probably telling her boyfriend, "Listen, you want to eat it? You want to stay home and eat in, or you want to go out?" She can't wait to get up out of there, man. she calling her sister, trying to figure out what she doing. The white guy sitting next to her is like, "What am I doing here, man? I knew I should have went out to the further township. I should have went out to Thornberry Township, not Thornton Township. Thornberry." That's the look he got sitting next to Tiffany Henyard. Just look at his face while all this stuff is going on, man. This is just the unprofessionalism. Like, and I said, it gets crazy, but it gets even crazier. It gets even crazier because now ABC 7 Chicago is reporting that a Suburban contractor is named in the subpoena because this contractor got hundreds of thousands of dollars from Tiffany Henyard to do some work that wasn't being reported. And they uncovered this, they found out about it, and now ABC 7 is saying this.
Our Weekend Watch shines a spotlight on government activity, and this morning we're taking a closer look at the subpoena and ongoing investigation into Dalton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. The Illinois Answers Project found that federal investigators are now seeking records from a suburban contractor after the village of Dalton paid them hundreds of thousands of dollars in no-bid, no-contract work in 2022. And here to talk more about this is Illinois Answers investigative reporter Casey Toner. Good morning, Casey. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
Okay, so Casey, tell us a little bit about this subpoena and what you guys have found so far.
Well, we found that in 2022, at the urging of Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the village of Dalton paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in no bid, no contract work to a West Suburban contractor named Oak Construction. And this is notable because Oak Construction is linked to multiple public corruption cases. And furthermore, Oak Construction is named in the subpoena in the ongoing federal investigation of Tiffany Henyard.
Oak Construction. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about what you have learned about this entity.
Okay, Oak Construction is based out of Summit, Illinois, and right now the president of the organization had pleaded guilty to bribing a Cook County assessor's official in exchange for tax breaks, and his late father was also implicated in a bribery case involving former alderman Carrie Austin. And now, they're, at the center of this other investigation in the village of Dalton. So
in terms of the money that was spent, have you seen that, was there work done by this company?
Now, I've seen photos of this work. I've seen testimonies from people involved in this work, saying that they liked what happened. But the issue is, without a contract, you don't know what the bill of goods is that you're buying. And furthermore, without bids, you can't compare that cost against what other people might have received for the same work.
Right. What type of work was this contractor supposed to do?
This was work for senior homeowners to replace their roofs and their windows. And we showed, after the Dalton Village Board didn't want to pay for this work because they never authorized it, the same contractor threatened to put liens on the homes of these senior homeowners.
Really? Okay. Wow. All right. So where do things stand right now in terms of the investigation into Mayor Henyard?
Our story for Illinois Answers noted that this investigation is intensifying. Federal subpoenas have been issued to the Village of Dalton. They've been issued to Thornton Township. And furthermore, a member of Tiffany Henyard's inner circle, Keith Freeman, who's the village manager of Dalton and a paid senior advisor at the township, was indicted earlier this year for allegedly committing bankruptcy fraud. And this is a person who is tied very closely to the government and political affairs of Tiffany Henyard.
So, I mean, obviously a lot going on here, and I feel like every week we're learning more information, new information about, the situation in Thornton Township and in Dalton. So when you think about specifically this subpoena and the federal investigation, what happens next at this point?
A process like this can take a long time. It can take months, it can take years, but right now it looks like they're in the fact-gathering stage. They're gathering information on the things that occurred under the watch of Tiffany Henyard. And I wouldn't be surprised if they've started doing interviews soon and taking those next steps and putting those pieces together.
Okay, Casey Toner, thank you so much for coming in and talking about it. Obviously, we'll have you back as this continues. So thank you very much. Appreciate your time. And you can read more about.
So now they was doing business with this contractor out in the county, who's the president had pleaded guilty to bribery. The father pled guilty to bribery. This thing is crazy, and I told you guys, just be patient. The feds know what they're doing. They're taking their time. And when they come, they're going to come with guns blazing. And that's just the way it go, man. That's just the way it go. So now, the ABC 7, NBC, Fox 32, you have all these stations that could be reporting on all kinds of stuff going on in Chicago, especially with the migrant crisis and the embattled mayor there. They're talking about little old Tiffany Henyard and the town that's going on there. They're talking about there. And they're uncovering so many different things that she's done, so many mistakes, so much of this money not being placed in the right places. You see her arguing with Trustee Gonzalez, and it's just a whole crap show. And so now this Suburban contractor is named in the probe. They're named in being investigated by the feds, but they were already being investigated by the feds for doing scandalous work and doing shady work. And like I said, the president has pled guilty to different things. So they were already, man. This thing is real crazy, man. It's getting real crazy. But as more of this come out, I'm going to report more of this, man. I'm going to report more of this. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. And I tell you guys out there, be patient. They're doing a thorough investigation, and they're going to find out just how guilty Tiffany Henyard is. They're going to report it. When more of this come out, we'll talk more of it. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time, peace.